Hi everyone, my name is Sam Alakazam. Welcome to Expert Answers. Today I will be addressing your burning question on new launch properties. Let's go. First question, what are 5 considerations when choosing a new launch? Alright, so first consideration would be the price. What kind of price are we looking at? The entry price of the new launch, not just on your TDSR, how much you can afford, but rather what is the entry price of the launch which you are buying in at. Because why? You don't want to go in at too high, neither you don't want to go in at an average price. You want to go in as low as possible, therefore don't miss out the launch date. Second point, location, right? So in any properties which you purchase in Singapore, locations is really important because end of the day, you must understand that when you are selling off to the next buyer, that buyer probably buys into your house because why? There is a kindergarten there, there's amenities, there's MRT, supermarket, right? So location matters, it really does. And the third point, developer. A developer with a good track record is really important. I just give you an example. Would you want your developer to be a publicly listed company or a small privatized company? You decide. You may ask me, Sam, but Singapore is well regulated. You're right, but however, financing of all these houses, developers do need to have some good financial standings, and of course, I don't doubt whether you're a big or small developer, just do your due diligence and make sure these developers are renowned at what they're doing. The fourth point, layout and efficiency. So when you are purchasing a unit, you need to take note, are these units suitable for your family needs? For example, if you have a family of 2, a family of 3, or even a family of 4, you would clearly know that you will probably need 2-bedder, 3-bedder, or even a 4-bedder, right, for your personal needs, such as your kids must have their own room, your work from home room, your master room and whatnot, right? So therefore, layout and efficiency is really important, but that's still packed down to the price. And if you can get in at a lower value, which is worth your money, go for it. Of course, the last point, exit potential, right? You do know that the minimum holding period, avoiding the seller's stamp duty, it's minimally 3 years. So your exit potential, if you are looking to exit within the next 3 years, 4 years, you need to know, are there any up and coming, right, elements or up and coming factors that are building potentially that can help you increase the price of your condo, providing you a safer and a smoother exit. Second question, how can you tell if a new launch price offers good investment value? So the rule of thumb is to compare to the nearby resale and new launches if there are any. Because why? You want to price your PSF according to theirs. You do not want to overprice, you do not want to underprice. And adding on to that, how early did you enter for that launch? Because why? You don't want to be entering the new launch at a later stage, because all of us know that the new launches price tend to increase over time. And lastly, look at the URA map. If you know that there are amenities that are coming up, for example, a shopping mall, an MRT that's coming up, you know that these are very good investment points, and eventually after your 3 years of holding, you will be able to make good profits from these factors. Third question, does Showflat look amazing, but I'm scared the real unit won't be the same? What should I be checking? First and foremost, check the floor plan. Don't be misled by the Showflat, because why? You tend to realize, wow, the Showflat is nice smelling. The Showflat looks like it has a high ceiling. Wow, the Showflat is so well furbished, and you might consider that, is this the exact unit which I'm purchasing? Therefore, when you are there at the Showflat, do clarify with the developer's agent if these are included in the sale. That is very important. And just adding on, if you are able to visit existing projects done by the developer, go ahead and book a resale appointment to see the finishing of the communal facilities, such as your swimming pool, your tennis court, your gyms. This nitty-gritty will show whether the developer takes pride in their work. Fourth question, what should I know about the developer before buying a new launch? Think of it like dating. Reputation matters. Look at the past project, whether have they delivered on time, any defects, any complaints. All this you can easily search on Google or even on Property Guru. And most importantly, look at how they respond after TOP when issues arises pertaining to facilities, pertaining to build quality. When this issue arises, how did the developer respond? I think that is pretty important, because to me, that is a factor that I'm paying into, and it's either if you are doing a good job. Some developers really have very good track record, and that itself, I feel it's a good reason to buy into the development. Alright, the fifth question, if a project is near an upcoming MRT station that isn't built yet, how much should that matter? That, in my opinion, is a double-edged sword. Why? Let's talk about the pros. you know that potentially your value will increase once the MRT is built. Make sense? However, let's look at the cons. Potentially you are paying into future potential, because why? The moment you buy into that development, and if you are staying in that development, potentially these roadworks, right, noise, dust are ongoing. Are you able to accept? If you are, then my take is go for it. Final question, question number 6. What are some things people often forget to consider when choosing a new launch? Alright, so 2 factors to consider pertaining to this question. First factor would be the neighboring plots. So check out the URA master plan. If you do see empty plots of land right beside the development, do check it out to see if it is potentially up for residential buildings. If it is, then that is something which you should consider. Because why? You don't want your future buyer to walk into your house seeing all these constructions that's going on. That will be a great turn-off. Second considered 2 factor would be what is around the resale appeal. Because why? Besides looking good inside your condo, you have to know what's around your condo as well. Because why? The resale appeal to buyers matters, such as your MRT, your childcare, your supermarkets. If all these factors are being accounted for, guess what? Your unit wouldn't be difficult to sell. So thank you guys for tuning in into Expert Answers, answering your new launch questions. If you have any comments, do leave in the comments box below and help us like, share and subscribe. My name is Sam. Sam Alakazam. Till then, I'll see you on my next one. Bye-bye.